Hey Mathwits! Today we're going to learn about decimals. Decimals is spelled D-E-C-I-M-A-L-S. Decimals, like fractions, are parts of a whole. While they are like fractions, they're written differently. We can have a number like 23. That's called a whole number. As we know, there's 2 tens and 3 ones, which could be written like 20 and 3. This 3, as we can see, is in the ones place. O-N-E-S. This 2, since there's 20, is called the tens place. T-E-N-S. In every single number, there's these different things called place values. The ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands place, and so on. However, it doesn't just stop at the ones place. Like fractions, decimals are parts of a whole. So there's more places to the right of the 1 that are smaller than 1. What goes in between to make a mark is a dot. This is called a decimal. Let's say you have 2 and a half. If you wanted to write this as a decimal, it would be 2 in the ones place and a half, which is written as 0.5 because 5 is half of 10. Since 5 is half of 10 and we're using a base 10 system, 2 and a half would be written as 2.5. Let's use an example. Here we have a number with a place or a value in every single place value that we've written. The 3 is in the ones, so we can imagine that we have 3 little sticks. 2 is in the tens, so we can imagine that we have 20 sticks. The 1 is in the hundreds, so we can imagine that we have 100 sticks. So we have 123. Now, as you can see, this is the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. On this side of the decimal, we have the tens place, hundreds place, and thousands place. From the ones to the tens place, it's bigger by a factor of 10. From the ones to the tens place, it's smaller by a factor of 10. So, if we were to take this 1 and break it up into 10 tiny little pieces, then we would have 1 of these tenths. Since we have 4, we can imagine that if we had 1 of these, I'm making it bigger to cut it up more easily, and we cut it into 10 different pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one piece would be called a tenth. Since we have 4 of them, we can fill in 4 of them. That would be 4 tenths. Now, if we cut this into 100 pieces, that would be 100. And if we had 5 of them, that's 5 hundredths. Just like these 2 places for the thousandths, if we had 1 of these pieces and we cut it up into 1,000 pieces, that would be 1,000th. If we had 6, like we have in this number right here, that would be 6 thousandths. Now, what if you have to add numbers that use decimals? Let's say you have 1 and 5/10 plus 4/10. To add these numbers, you have to line up the decimals so that you know what is being added to what. Let's write this out in a vertical way. So we have 1.5 plus 0.4, or 1 and 5/10 plus 4/10. As you can see, I've lined up the decimals so that one number is on the right of it, and the 1 and the nothing in front of the decimal is on the left of it. So 5 plus 4 is 9. We bring down the decimal, and we bring down the 1 since it's being added to nothing. So 1 and 5/10 plus 4/10 equals 1 and 9/10. Now for subtraction, it's the same thing. Let's say we have 3 and 75/100 minus 2 and 51/100. Like the last problem, we would line up the decimals. 3 and 75/100 minus 2 and 51/100. 5 minus 1 is 4. 7 minus 5 is 2. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So we have 1 and 24/100. What if you want to line up the decimals, but there's not enough numbers on the right side? Let's say you have 5 and 2/10 plus 2 and 23/100. We would put the 5 plus 2 on 5 and 2/10 on top, and add the 2 and 23/100 on the bottom. In a case like this, there's nothing here, and nothing can mean the same thing as 0. So, if you have an empty spot like this, you can write in a 0 and still have it mean the same thing. So, 0 plus 3 is 3. 2 plus 2 is 4. We bring down the decimal. 5 plus 2 is 7. And our answer is 7 and 43/100. There's a lot of decimals that you can think of. However, these are some common ones that you'd want to know off the top of your head. The first one, we can see that there are 10 pieces. One piece of these 10 pieces is 1 out of 10. In decimal form, it's written as 0.1, or 1/10. For the second one, there's 5 pieces, and there's 1 filled in, so that's 1 out of 5, also seen as 0.2, or 2/10. For this one piece is filled out of the 4, so that's 1 out of 4, or 25/100. For this one piece out of the 3 are filled in, so that's 1 out of 3, or 33/100. One piece out of these 2 are filled in, so that's 1 out of 2, or 5/10. 2 pieces out of the 3 are filled in, so that's 2 out of 3, or 0.67. Also said as 6/67. 3 pieces out of the 4 are filled in, so that's 3 out of 4, or 75 hundredths. And this is 1, or 1.0. That's it for today, Mathwits. I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.